Hi guys, this is Xela from OverClocking-TV and I'm here with Massman, the winner of the GOOC European Finals and first qualified on the 5 people that will go to the Worldwide Finals in Taiwan. So hi Massman, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite fine. I'm tired but satisfied.
Okay, so first question, what do you think about the event in the wall?
I think it was a quite okay event. At first I was a bit, well, not really scary about the fact that there was no 3D part of the competition. But in the end there are 4 stages and you have to try your best in each of the stages to rank as high as possible. So if it's 2D or 3D or a combination of the two, it doesn't matter. It's still competition and you still have to try your best.
Yeah, and even if it's 2D, you have like in the 2D different parts, because like Super Pi is different, completely different from W Prime and completely different from Massman.
Yes, exactly. It's always about maxing out your components anyway. If it's CPU or GPU, it doesn't matter. You have to try to reach as high frequency as possible.
Okay, so a question about the different rounds. How went your first round?
The PyFast and Massman round went quite well actually. I had 14.08 in PyFast, which was the second score. I only got this score once, but it was enough to grab I think 16 points, something like that. And the Massman round I won only with a bit of luck, because I saw that the Serbian guy ran 2 cores and had 26,000 memory bandwidth. So I tried 2 cores as well, had 26 as well, pushed a little bit higher and got the highest score in the end.
Okay, so it was a lot of luck on the CPU and also a good exchange between overclockers on stage to know how everyone is doing and how you can get inspired by what they do and maybe help yourself to.
The CPU was not that good, so I didn't have that much luck with the CPU. But the encore was okay, and the memory was okay, and then the combination of everything was okay as well. So.
Okay, so now the second round, was it the same, exactly the same, or was it more difficult for you?
It was a bit more stressful, the second round, because the W Prime didn't go as planned, and Super Pi 8M, sorry, was crashing too early for my feeling, and I think it took me until 40 minutes before the end of the competition before I got to know the motherboard and the CPU again to reach the scores I had. Super Pi I finished I think 4th or something like that, and W Prime 3rd probably. I'm satisfied by the results, because I think it's the maximum I could have gotten from the CPU I have and from the memory I have, but it was stressful.
So, and did you had any hardware issues and experienced some problem on the hardware?
I didn't have any hardware deaths and I didn't exchange anything, so it was okay, I think.
So no time loss on changing something?
No, I'm not sure if changing components is a really good choice in this kind of competition. You have 2 hours of setup and then 2 times 2 hours of competition. So, in my opinion, it's better to stick with the components you have, try to max out that. And if you lose in the end, then you know it was the hardware and not a bad choice of tactics or anything.
Yeah, because by example, the Czech Republic, he took a lot of time to set up, and then he had problems with the coolings, the liquid nitrogen coolings on the memory. Yeah. So you didn't use the liquid nitrogen on memory. Why?
I knew the memory were power chips, and they can scale quite high on liquid nitrogen, but running liquid nitrogen memory is very complicated, and it will give you a lot of condensation issues. And if there is one thing you don't want to have in a competition, is the condensation issues, because then you have to heat up everything and remount everything, and that takes a lot of time. So I try to play safe, and I mean, in the end, if it turned out that I had to run liquid nitrogen on the memory to win, and I wouldn't have won because of that, then it was my issue, then it was my fault. But I'd rather play safe and, yeah, just play safe and reach a higher frequency.
Okay, did you prepare yourself for the competition? I mean, do you have the same rig at home or something similar? And did you, thanks to that, did you had better capacities than the competitors?
I do have the main board at home, and I tested the mainboard when the Gulf Town arrived, also B1 engineering sample. But I didn't test for this particular event. I got notified that I was going to be here as an overclocker 2 days before, and the confirmation was only 1 day before, so not a lot of preparation. Of course, I had on MSN Messenger, I was talking to Elmore, and he was giving all his scaling tweaks, and that helped a little bit maybe.
Do you look forward to be in the finals in Taiwan? And are you going to work hard on it before the event to prepare as much as possible? You will just go and maybe be like this time?
No, normally I prepare my live overclocking events just to know the scaling and what can be problems, just to recognize the problems faster and have the troubleshooting quicker as well. So I think I will prepare for that event, and of course I look forward to it, to meet the other overclockers from all around the world.
Yeah, and in Taiwan it would be exactly the same 4 benchmarks. About those benchmarks, which one is the one you prefer?
There's not really anything I prefer. It's maybe PyFast, because it's a good benchmark to really max out the CPU. You can push for 1 degree centigrade lower and have maybe 25 megahertz highest frequency, and it's also a complete benchmark. It's not only about the CPU, but about uncore and about memory as well. So maybe that one.
And what do you think about not having any 3D and replacing it by the Massman one?
I don't know, I prefer 3D because mostly the 3D part is the one that really separates the newbies from the top guys. I mean, if you look at people like Hyper5 and Kingpin running 4 graphic cards on liquid nitrogen, maybe at home and from the pictures you can see, oh, this looks easy, I can do the same, but in reality it's completely different. I mean, maybe it's for the best, because last year in the GOC Worldwide Finals, me and PT1T screwed up in the 3D part. So
yeah, exactly. 3D is a lot about V-modding the boards and making modification on memory, powering, and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to keep an eye on 3 temperatures as well. So that's I think it's the most difficult part in overclocking and benchmarking.
So being one only overclocker for representing one country, is it enough for the 4 benchmarks, or you would have preferred to be 2?
Actually enjoy two people benching teams, because, well, there's the company, you can make jokes and laugh during the competition, and also, for instance, if you have a problem with callback or some settings that don't work, you can switch places, and the other guy can try something in the BIOS that maybe you forgot something or you missed something, and there are 2 minds working on the same problem, and sometimes it helps to fix things sooner.
Okay, so thank you, Massman, and we wish you the best luck in Taiwan for the finals. And yeah, have a good night, enjoy your victory, and see you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.